Okay. Should be live. GPU seems good. All right. One moment. Okay. So today, I was gonna try something a little different. So it seems a little awkward for me to do like a music stream because, well, I'm self-conscious and nervous, and also there would be long gaps in which I need oxygen or I don't have inspiration. So, since I also didn't feel like playing a puzzle game, and I kind of want to be in the best mood because I love Botany Manor, I decided to pick out a game. And we're gonna like be hopefully doing music but playing this on the side. All you missed is a cutscene in which we were sitting here, meditation pose, for a long time, and yeah, that's what happened. We got up. Anyways. Alright. So there might be very little actual gameplay in this. But there also might be very little actual music in this. We'll see how it ends up. Let's get started. That was concerning. Hi, Drago. Welcome in. I can feel JD smiling behind her mask, just as I know she can feel the teeth baring little grimace behind mine. I'm nervous, and she's softly, sweetly amused. In her eyes, I probably have very little to worry about. You know you have nothing to worry about, don't you, Sable? Oh, I can pick options. I guess, and yet I worry anyways. I don't know. I shrug, but any attempt to act casual are fruitless. The movement is jerky. I don't think I've ever been more aware of my little shoulders. She laughs. I would not expect myself to shrug. Well, when I pick that, okay. I mean it. But I know how you are. You're going to be nervous until you've started, and then you'll act like you've been doing it your whole life. Remember the first time you rode a bike? You wouldn't even let me put you on the seat. You were so afraid. Your hands were like little claws gripping onto me. Are you not younger than us? Huh. I feel the memory in my fingers. But then I promised you as I was going to be all... Words? But then I promised you it was going to be all right. I told you how much I had loved riding my bike as a young woman and how wonderful the wind felt through fabric. Suddenly, there you were. You sat down, you leaned forward and put those little grasping claws on the handles, and you were off. And I remember thinking, just watching you tear over the sand, look at her, she can do whatever she wants. JD reached out and placed a hand on the edge of my mask. And you can, Sable. I take a breath. I think I'm ready. I thank JD for the encouragement and tell her with a nod that I think I'm ready. I know you are, so let's get you started. I need to talk to Hadel and Driss. Driss should already have made the arrangements for your bike, and Hadel will share something. Let's say as useful as it is fun. I think I might suspect what JD's saying, but I stay quiet. After that, I suppose we'll see you off. I'll be back soon, I guess. I mean, I probably really won't. I probably won't be back soon, but sure. I'll tell JD I'll be back soon. Sable, don't go planning your turn before you've even left. Take all the time you need. It's a big decision you're making out there. I tell her that's why I'm so eager to make it, to choose well and quickly, so that I don't go too far down the wrong path. Whatever you decide, you do so with my blessing, so don't try using me as an excuse to come early, eh? She knows me. Now go speak with Hadel. I'll be there to see you off. And speak to Driss as well. I told him to arrange your bike with Seizo, but you know how he is. New item, the compass. I have something to give you, a compass to help you on your journey. It's the same one I used on my gliding, an artifact you might say. I take the device in my palm. It fits naturally there, perfectly weighed and crafted. Each component slides together with incredible, satisfying precision. Thank you. Oh, so it's a compass to track tasks, not direction, perhaps? As I approach Hadel, they give an enthusiastic wave. I've always appreciated Hadel's verve and vigor, and on a day like this, I'm ready to match it with a touch of nerves for balance. Sable, take this. New item, gliding stone. Hadel hands me a small round stone as it nestles into my palm. I feel a warmth not borrowed from Hadel's hand, but emanating from within. I run my thumb over it and find it softly electric, like static on cloth. What is this? I try to sound less confused than I am, but ask Hadel what this is. Oh, Sable, you can't leave without it. What I've just given you is a gliding stone. What do you feel? I tell Hadel that I feel... electricity? Then you're doing it right. What you feel in that stone is openness. I look at the stone, it seems quite closed. Gliding stones are vessels for the perpetual. They suck up its power like little sponges and hold it there for you to channel. Right now it's empty or dormant and waiting for you to fill it up. I ask how I can do this. Take it to the temple ruins at the edge of the canyon. You'll be able to activate it there. Hadel clasps her hands twice and bobs a little. I appreciate their good mood at a time like this. Come back to me once that's done. I want to hear all about it. As I'm about to leave, Hadel stops me. Oh, you haven't gotten your bike yet, have you? It's a bit of a trek to the temple, so go see Driss. He was meant to get that ready for you, yes? I remember Jay's words now and tell Hadel I'll go and see Driss. Okay. Seems like a cool game. Huh? Postbox. Logging in. ... Hello, Sable. Unread message, 0. Have a good day. Interesting. That might not be fall damage. And I did not know that before going off the edge. Wait. Am I wandering into the desert? Is this leading me towards the temple instead of... Umar is a word of few words, and he's nothing if not consistent. I'm lost. I'm already lost. Yeah, it was. I'm, kind of making this a cross stream. Too nervous to do like a dedicated music stream, so there's a game. Greets me warmly. Hello, little glider. That's... I can't back out. It's so strange getting called that. Or what was your gliding like? I asked JD about her gliding. Tell you what, I'll tell you when you get back. I cross my arms in protest. Pout all you want, I don't want to spoil any surprises. She lowers her voice to a whisper. But I did meet some crystal farmers once. Crystal farmers, and that's all I'll say about that. You should get going. Yes, but where? I'm lost. I'm so lost. Thank you, Draco. This? Though I've told myself not to be too eager, it's all I can do not to race up to Driss. Driss is the camp manager. He's been difficult to get a hold of later, and now I strongly suspect that he's been working on my bike in secret. Perhaps it's extra beautiful, or has some custom feature? Mouse has gotten all weird. What will its name be, I wonder? How fast will it go? Will my legs feel sore, or will I get used to it? Driss turns with a bit of a start. Sable, or hello! How are you today? I told you have something special for me. You tell Driss that I was told he had something special for me. Something special? I nod very meaningfully, but he doesn't seem to get the hint. I make a leading gesture, slowly. trying to be perfectly cool and confidential. But I can't do it. I'm too keen and the words spill over. I ask Driss if he might sort of possibly maybe have a bike for me. Your bike! He yells it like it's an idea he just had. Your bike, yes, of course, right. Yes, your bike. That I prepared for you because today is your... You forgot about it, didn't you? In abject horror, I gently ask if he may have forgotten. What? I would never. It's obviously I have your bike. By which I mean I arranged it for you. It's sort of a tutorial for you. A tutorial. Yes, exactly. A learning experience. You see, Sable, before one can own their own bike, they must prove that they can ride a bike by taking a test ride on a different bike. I think about it and find I've never heard of that part of the gliding, but this does seem earnest, sort of. So instead of worrying about your bike, I'd like you to try this bike as a test. This is hilarious. Just gestures to the sand cutter at his side. It's quite old and a little shabby. A tester if ever I've seen one. A test. How will you ever ride your own bike if you haven't tested your riding skills? Come on, Sable, it's part of it. He laughs weakly. It's not convincing. Now ride the bike through the ring and back. And here's some advice for you. My young glider, don't fall off. Don't lose your bike. When riding it, your hover bike will appear as a blue icon on your compass. I returned to Driss, who somehow managed to seem caught off guard despite knowing I was coming. Sable, congratulations! How was your first pre-glide ride? Any strange rattle? Unexplained hissing? Small fires? What do you mean, fires? Surely you'd notice if you were on fire, even a little bit. Was that a possibility? Well, obviously it didn't happen, so I think we're fine. Driss, is this bike dangerous? Well, he doesn't finish. Have you already been by Hadel? Am I not getting a bike? I have been by Hadel. Well, you're getting the use of this sand cutter. That's something, eh? You can borrow it to run your little errands. My little errands? And Hadel's got something to show you too. Help you out with more of that mobility you're after. With my confidence in this exercise only lightly tarnished, I thank Driss very much for his help and his bike, and I depart for Hadel. Except I already visited him. Driss asked me a series of increasingly strange questions before I make an excuse to take my leave. Okay, we have a possibly dangerous bike to ride. What am I still doing back? Well, my sleep gets troublesome sometimes, so couldn't sleep a few nights. Didn't wake up like early to compensate / that would give me even less sleep. So I'm just up. Hopefully I can get it back around at some point, but till then, it is what it is. Oh dear. I think I'm stuck in here. Also, things went a little black and white. The stone thrums like a beat of a heart as I approach the altar. Am I afraid, exhilarated, or maybe it feels right? Don't know what this is. Or maybe it feels right? I am ready for Rohana to know me. I am ready to know myself. I feel her curiosity. In this sacred place, I know I am in her sight. Was things supposed to go a little black and, like, some paler? Probably. Oh! Okay. Huh. Am I supposed to go back down there and put the stone in? Or... Huh. Strange. When I left the game open for a while before, it went all pale like this. So I'm not sure it's intended? But I don't know why it would do that. Huh. Ooh. Okay, we're back to color. Okay, good. Oh. Yeah, I did get kidnapped, didn't I? But I also got given magic, so... I swear, if my bike actually catches on fire one of these times... I return to Heidel, it's clear they know what I've just experienced. They're excited on my behalf in a way that makes me miss them before I've even left. Isn't it incredible? How does it feel? Aw. Exciting true season? Freedom? Safe, like a warm hug. I like that one. I tell Heidel that I feel almost embraced by the perpetual warmth and safe in my own little bubble. They swoon. Oh, that's such a nice way of describing it. Heidel's moon doesn't darken, but the sigh they let out holds a bit of sorrow. You're very lucky, you know. I miss it so much, that feeling just floating on the breeze. But I suppose it's best that it fades with age, or else I might never have come back from my gliding. I'd just be out there, heaving myself into chasms. I'll heave myself into chasms for you. I tell Heidel I'll throw myself into 1,000 chasms on their behalf, and they giggle. That's what I like to hear. I know people manage to keep it up, but I don't know that I've got the time to practice as much as they do. Takes a really serious focus. Heidel laughs, even if there's a bit of regret in it. And I certainly haven't got that. Still, I suppose the gliding wouldn't mean much if it were all gains and no loss, I think about that, but besides, there's already too much loss on my mind to consider it much further. I am saying goodbye to my clan, my family, my home, my childhood. To lose the perpetual is a sacrifice for another time. You're going to love it out there, Sable, even when you don't. My advice, try to have fun. There's a lot to be said about rituals and independence and all that out there, but the world's an easier place if you put joy first. I thank Heidel for their advice and for their help, and tell them I'll miss them. It'll be over before you know it. A warning and a reassurance all in one. I say goodbye to Heidel. Before I go, Heidel gestures towards the tower. It seems Seizo wishes to see me before I leave the clan. I really like this game. Room. Seizo is an outplanner to the Ibex, but I've known her for nearly as long as I can recall, and think of her more as a kind of distant relation than any sort of outsider. Machinists, I'm told, are given their posts, and by their training and their code must go to where they are needed. But Seizo has been among us so long that it's easy to forget it's an assignment first and foremost. As far as any of us are concerned, she's one of us. I think there is a perception among the other clans that the Ibex are quite insular, or that our designation of Ibex versus outclanners suggests some nervous othering of those who are unlike us. But in practice, such things are more the result of our nomadic nature. We seek to know who will travel with us and who we must leave behind, but all are welcome to join. And I'm always pleased that Seizo did. Sable, how do you do, clan child? I can only think of one thing. Better now that I'm getting a bike, excited for my bike. A bit worried, am I really getting a bike? Seizo has a throaty quality to her voice, and it rumbles through her mask when she laughs. She's quite a serious person most days, and I'm always torn between pride and alarm when I manage to make her chuckle. Yes, JD told me how excited you were. Seizo sniffs. She also told me Driss would be coming along to get your bike together, but I think he may have. I knew it. What? I hadn't meant to say that out loud, so I tell her I was just clearing my throat. I don't begrudge Driss his forgetfulness. Were I tasked with so many odds and ends, I might be just as scattered. And besides, this will be good for you. I want you to scavenge the hoverbike parts yourself. I'm going to make my own hoverbike? I asked Seizo if I'm expected to make my own hoverbike. No, you're not going to make your hoverbike. You are going to build your own hoverbike. What's the difference? What's the difference? To make suggest you are creating something, but your bike already exists. They simply haven't taken form yet. Here, take this. Saizo hands me something. The navigator. This is the navigator. You can use it to mark waypoints on your compass. It should be useful in finding the old parts. I asked Saizo where I might start looking. Our bikes are reborn in the ruined ships, in fragments spread apart. A good start would be the ship down there near the camp. You'll find another up on that great rock near the other side of the chasm, and another behind the old dam on the hill. Use your navigator to mark that down if you need. You need to gather a control panel, a power supply, and a calibrator. Do most gliders make their own bikes? I asked Saizo if most gliders really make their own bikes. Only the lucky ones. I tell Saizo I'll see her soon and head off in search of the components. Together we will create something new out of the old. Okay. There's the old dam. The ship over there. I've already forgotten the last placement. Was it over here? Well, that is interesting. Okay. And I was supposed to... No, I already visited that person. Got some music of their own back there. I also forgot to check the audio balancing, so tell me if it's like way too quiet or way too loud. Presuming you mind, of course. I found maybe money? I don't know. Yay, pull levers with it. We don't know what to do. That can't go wrong ever. The ship. Control panel. I don't seem to have anything about removing a marker. Alright. I need to get up and stretch. Save over the active slave stuff, I guess. Leave that there. And I don't actually have to leave you in silence. Media source. Add. Where? That would be... There. Here. So this should be recorded humming. Let me just check on it. Okay, that's working. Okay, so be right back. 5-minute break, stretches, maybe snacks, I don't know. Got some stretching in. Ah, there it is. They have decently present background noise themselves. Oh. There's nothing of use to be found in the ship, but I notice a blinking light flashing on the dashboard of the cockpit. I have the sudden terror that I didn't like. I had the sudden accurate terror that I did not switch the screen over. Sorry, guys. Okay, it's alright. There I was, happily munching on snack, not even giving you audio. Okay, things happen. Audio check. Game audio check. PC game. Active screen check. Oh, okay. Don't worry about itself. There's nothing of use to be found in the ship, but I notice a blinking light flashing on the dashboard of the cockpit. I shouldn't. I'm gonna. When has anything gone wrong from pressing random buttons in derelict ships you don't own or know of? A voice crackles from the machinery in front of me. It sounds like a recording. It's barely audible. Stop messing about with those buttons, you absolute idiot. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. I love this game. Sorry, Ramen. Okay, concentrate. I don't think I have to remind you how much work it was to get this far. We're almost there. Alright. Let's see if what that old machinist told us holds up. If not, there'll be hell to pay. I hear the sound of mechanical adjustments being made. 3 clicks. Buttons being pressed, perhaps? Okay, when I push this orange thing, pull that lever. Hard. Yes, Ramen. The sound of a click and a loud grunt before a snapping sound. Oh, on Roja's mask. Not that hard. You've torn it out. Suddenly, the speakers are filled with static and a low rumble that gradually increases in pitch. And then the sounds of someone cheering. It worked! We're flying! More cheering. Is that the sound of someone dancing? Okay, let's focus. This thing is moving fast. We need to slow it down a bit. How do we do that, Ramen? Let me check the machinist's notes. A long pause. The rumbling static sound that started playing when the ship took off is still increasing in pitch. Ramen. That lever, Tama. The one you just ripped out. We're going too fast. We're going to crash. We need to try to... The recording cuts off there. Oh dear. So, is there really nothing power supply atomic calibrator. Oh. Cutscene. Are you looking for a calibrator? I'm immediately on guard. Samia has always been a mischief maker and taken tremendous pleasure in tormenting me. In theory, I am older, more experienced, and should be more than able to withstand it. In practice, you won't find it here. I've hidden it. You'll never find it. Never, never. She never fails to get me. May I please have it? I decide to be gentle and ask her, may I please have it? May I please have it? She mimics me terribly, all high and screechy. Despite my best efforts, I seethe. Oh well, too bad. Maybe you'll find it on your own, but I don't think so. Samia laughs off my irritation, but I'm not going to give her the satisfaction. I cross my arms and try to effect a change. I'll give you the calibrator. I put out my hands, proud of myself for standing tall before Samia. If you give me some beetles. It's a fair trade, isn't it? Something you want for something I want. I try to decide if it's more mature to push her over and steal the calibrator or to request. How do you know she has the calibrator? But then I simply stifle a sigh and shake her little hand. Perhaps some of the adults in the camp know where I can find some. So she's running back to camp, I assume. Okay, so you live here? Oh, this is a cave. I had not realized. I probably shouldn't be leaving my bike near the brat of a child who keeps causing trouble. I could ask about catching beetles for that awful little Samila. Huh. Do you know about Samila's hiding place? I know she spends a lot of time in the cave under the camp. You could have a look down there. JD greets me warmly. Hello, little glider. Okay, Can I escape this conversation? So strange getting called that. I tell JD how strange it is being called Glider instead of Sable, or even Clan Child. You're trying to get used to it. She seems to really like it. Maybe I like it too. My little glider. What was that? There's a nest of beetles just east of here. You can't just walk up to one and catch it, though. There's some seeds growing on the rocks around the nest. Drop a seed on the floor and the beetles will start eating it. Then you can sneak up and grab it. Freeze me, warm me, little guy there. I guess it's so strange getting called that. Can I just not catch the beetles? I'm lost. Let's check out if this is the other part. I think this might be a little too high to climb. Yeah. Okay. So not this place then. Where did they want those markers? Hi! Hello, little creature! New item, chum egg. Huh? Offered up by chums when planting themselves into the ground, perfectly smooth, hard as a rock, these eggs seem to float with how light they are. There must be a good place to deliver these. Okay. Well, that happened. I wanted to talk to a cute little creature, though. And my bike is somewhere down here. dinosaur, and I hate it because I like this. Are those beetles? Okay. What did they say about like a plant? Ah. Did I? Huh? Oh, it digs into the ground. One more. Is that the only time we'll need beetles? Can I catch more? You can catch more. Huh, I wonder why. Okay. So beetles are by the dam. Wait, is that a signpost? Huh. Yeah, it is a signpost. feel embarrassingly vindicated as I hand Samara the beetles, but rather than gloat, she hands me the calibrator and begins to cry. What have I done? You're leaving and you'll never come back. The child is crying. On the other hand, she's a little jerk. I mean, I'll come back eventually. She blows her nose and then wipes her hand on her tunic. Yara never came back after the last gliding. Aren't you sad? You were her friend. I miss her too. She might visit again someday. People leave, that's their choice. I miss her too. There's been a letter here and there, but it's always to us rather than to me. I'm not bitter, but I hope not to be like that. Huh. Please don't go. You tell Samira not to worry, that I will be back sooner than she knows, and I'm sure she pouts behind the mask. I add that if I'm not... Words. I'll add that if I'm not back sooner than she knows, then she will be ready for her gliding by then, and she can come bother me herself. Promise? I say yes. Good, then I suppose I can come see you off. I thank her and say goodbye for now. Okay. I don't know where the last place they pointed me to is, though. Somewhere off this direction. That looks like a ship up there. Find, I don't know, better streaming positions or self-care so I don't get sore. Because other people like stream for hours and they don't get sore. So, like, I have to be doing something wrong, right? Oh. No. That's okay. Maybe glide to that? I'm not sure I can climb this. No way I make it, yeah. Treasure! Oh wow, I jumped a long way. That was dangerous. Is there anything? Oh, power supply. Can climb that, then this does not count as a wall you run up against, so. Where did I leave my bike? I think they said it was on blue on the compass. Cuts. A cache of 100 cuts made from metal harvested from crashed ships. They have holes punched through the middle where a rope can be slid through for easy and convenient transportation. Okay. Money. Well, scrap metal? I don't know. I feel like the camera's a little weird sometimes, and I hope I'm not like flashbanging people with it. Okay. There's my bike. yay! I return to Saizo with the parts, and it's as she waves me over that I feel a pang of sadness in my chest. When will I see her again once I'm gone? Well done, Sable. Yes, this is everything we need. Are you ready to assemble a bike of your own? Huh. Some things I need to do first. I'm ready. So, probably don't have a chance to get back. I'm curious of over there, but... You know what? I'm ready. Saizo relaxes in the workshop. It isn't that she's particularly rigid or anxious ordinarily, but there's a certain calm beauty that one only truly appreciates when Saizo is in her element. I wonder if it's this way for all machinists. What you must understand, Sable, is that the components you acquire, they fit together. Not by chance, not by effort, but by nature. They belong to her. They have always belonged to her. All we are doing is assembling her from what she has already been. I nod and feel a soft buzzing in my ears. Among my clan, we believe that machines have names, held for ages like deep secrets unheard by those unequipped to listen. We will find this one's name together. Okay. Gliding bike wings. Gliding bike booster. Gliding bike front. Now we press the button. Simoon. Listen. Saizo tilts her head a moment, leaning closer to. Simoon. All at once, I know the hoverbike's name. Simoon, I say. It's in a whisper to let Saizo know. Simoon. Sai-moon. Sai-moon? I don't know. Well done, Sable. What sort of name is that? What does it mean? Does she want to go with me? I'm curious. What does it mean? Does she want to go with me? Does it have a name? Meaning? What does it mean? You should ask her yourself. Saizo looks entirely seriously. The bike, to my enduring surprise, says nothing, even when I lean close. I tell Simoon that I'm eager to know her better. Saizo looks quite proudly at the both of us. You are ready, then, for the gliding. May all the gods turn their faces from you. Turn their faces from you? Like, turn away? Interesting. May all the gods turn their faces from you, Sable. An odd blessing, perhaps, but Saizo is prone to such things. I can read in her tone that it was meant quite sweetly. You must learn to listen, Simoon, to care for her. You must learn to listen to Simoon, to care for her. Seek out my fellow machinists on your travels, Sable. They will teach you the art of machine whispering. Oh, and here, take this, machinist badge. It's a machinist badge. You'll meet plenty of my ilk on your gliding. Show them your worth, and they'll give you more badges. I thanks Saizo twice for good measure and give a bow. I am ready. Ah. Okay. I wonder if that bike is just abandoned. Like, that would be mean. I should at least bring it back to that guy. Oh, hello. Highlight quotes from a selection of obscure and lyrically mediocre Ibex historical ballads whenever I pass by. There is a great verse that says much about our folk buried under sand. Sable, that cartographer landed his balloon while you were away. You should go speak to him, see if you can't get a map. I nod and begin to go, but Jadal just... My words are falling apart. But Jedi gestures me back and puts something in my hand. Here's some money to get you going on your journey. Use it mostly wisely and then a little unwisely when the mood strikes. Use it mostly wisely and then a little unwisely when the mood strikes. I like this game. I like this. It's good to know the value of money, but you never want to be ruled by it. I thank Jadal effusively and head out on my way. Yeah, you know, that's a good principle. Use it mostly wisely and then a little unwisely. Preface the a little. Preface? I don't know if I used that right. Oh well. Hello. Ariella. The balloon was more fun than the person in it. I approached the cartographer. Ah, greetings, child. I saw you looking longingly at my great balloon. Quite a piece of work, isn't she? Longingly? She really is? Bigger than I thought? Longingly, question mark? I clarified that I was looking curiously, and that balloons aren't exactly my ideal vessel. The newcomer shrugs. Fair enough. I suppose when you can ensconce yourself in a peaceful little bubble and float down from the sky, the balloon loses some of its charm. But I'll accept your curiosity. I give the balloon an approving nod so it doesn't feel too bad. Well, good to meet you, and oh, I should introduce myself. I'm Jordan. I tell him I'm Sable. Bert, welcome in. I suppose if you come all this way to see me, it's probably a map you're after, Sable? I would love a map. You tell the cartographer I'd love a map. Of course you would. That'd be 50 cuts. Yeah, I'll buy the map. Perfect. Let's trade then. A map of the era sold by members of the cartographer guild. It's going well, Bert. I've been enjoying myself, though I'm getting to the end, unfortunately. Okay. I thank Jordan for the everywhere map and all its vast possibilities. Something about this makes it feel more real. Good luck on your gliding, Sable. I still remember mine. I ask how it was. Sure, I knew since I was a boy that cartography was for me, but I spent a little extra time out there just to enjoy the world. Speaking of, keep an eye on the skies, eh? Plenty of my colleagues out there, and you'll have more maps to sell you from Hoko to the Celtic Waste. I thank Jordan for the trip and say goodbye. Farewell, child. Unlock the piece of the map. You can navigate to the map screen in the pause menu. Once you visit a place, you can fast travel to that location using the map screen. Your hover bike will also travel with you. Oh, that's good. Oh. Okay, cool. Oh, I suppose... Okay, cool. Ew, a map? You don't like maps? Now, where did I forget that bike at? I feel like I should return it before... There it is. That's how it was called? You? What? Okay. Take care of the bike, man. Ewer map. Oh. I tell you, I forgot the name as soon as I saw it. I see now. I see. I returned to Jedi with a new lightness, and it makes the weight of my departure feel heavier still. What a strange day. Sable, is that a badge you've got there? Saizo gave it to me. I tell Jedi that Saizo gave me the badge. Then you must have earned it. Well done. I give a bow of thanks. Well, Sable, if you keep this up, you'll be headed for the mask caster in no time. I try to think about going to a mask caster, but it seems impossibly far away. Imagine choosing what I want to be. Imagine choosing what I want to be forever. I know what you're thinking, but don't worry about it. You'll get plenty of badges when you're out there, and once you've got 3 you like, you can trade it in for that mask. But don't feel like your first mask is your final choice. The gliding is about freedom and exploration. I suggest you claim as many masks as you wish. Only at your final ceremony will you be asked to choose one. How will I choose? You'll have to feel it out, but when you know, you'll know. Now, the tone of her now puts the butterflies back in my stomach. With all of this done, there is only one thing left. It's time, isn't it? Time to walk through the face door at the Temple of Rowana. There, you'll assemble your gliding mask and go. There are things I wish to convey to Jedi here. Depths of love and gratitude and fear and worry. And though I find myself unable to speak any of it in words, I know she understands. Before you leave, child, I made you these. They are dyed with the traditional ibex maroon, and I hope provide you great comfort out in the desert. When you leave today, you will no longer be Sable, clan child of the ibex. You will simply be Sable, and the rest will come. But no matter where you are, no matter where your journey takes you, I will always know you, I will always love you, and I will see you again. I don't know where my journey will end, but I know where it must begin. And I am ready. This game is really cool. Hey. I don't know where my journey must begin. Do I get my bike first? Should head to the temple, but what about my bike? Are they gonna come to see me off with my bike? Just the bike, it'll come, I guess. Guys, I think I went the wrong direction. Oh! I went the right direction. Well, that was anticlimactic. I just picked it up. No cutscenes. No. I just grab it like another item collected. Um. Ibex mask. Mask worn by those in the Sand Sea, made of bone. The one particular to the ibex are made from the skull of a mountain goat. Child's mask, a blank-looking mask worn by all children of the dunes. Most kids customize theirs for fun, but more traditional clans frown on that sort of self-expression. Ibex. One moment. Ibex children top. My old Ibex top and hood, a hand-me-down from Yara. The scratchiness reminds me of home. Ibex glider top. The clothing made for Ibex children as they go out on their gliding. The cloak is unmistakably Ibex red. Ibex trousers, comfy sandals for exploring sandy places. Easy to get sand out of, but not the best for climbing. Ibex glider trousers. JD made these. The patterning is unique to the Ibex. The fabric seems to have been made at the Burnt Oak station. Okay. I don't know why I can collect more of those. Maybe later. Okay. That's not... Alright. Wait. Yeah, okay. I did turn the mic back on. I just had to blow my nose. And then I was like, wait, did I actually unmute the mic? Okay. We are ready. Huh? That'd be a button. Oh, it's what opened the door originally. Got it. Oh, and the door's open now. Postbox, logging in. Hello, Sable. Jedi's voice echoes strangely through the machine, yet still it warms me. Well, Sable, this is it. By the time you hear this, we will have gone. The gliding is a journey that must begin alone. There is a certain nuance lost in transmission, and for that I am grateful. It would be far too much to hear the cracks in my voice and not run weepily into her arms to stay forever. But I am ready, and so I close my eyes and listen. But though you go by yourself, you are not without friends, you are not without family, you are not without love. These things you will always carry with you as you do your mask. And I know I'm not supposed to do this, but if I were you, I might go and see your Yatari. They're the machinist at Burnt Burnt Oak Station and among Saso's closest friends. Atari's a good contact to have on one's gliding, and a fine way to get another machinist badge if you're so inclined. Only a suggestion, though. As for us, I'll send another message once we return to the Ewer, so keep an eye on the post boxes, and try not to forget us. She takes a long breath, and I forget things as easy as breathing could ever exist. What? She takes a long breath, and I forget that things as easy as breathing could ever exist. The world is waiting, Sable. Good luck. Wow, they just moved out. I mean, I guess I heard they were nomads, but... Hercules beetle. Oh, that's a very large beetle. Nesting giant. Achievement. Oh. Alright. I'm very excited to continue. But this is, I have to stop sometime. And this is as good a time as any. So yeah, I've really enjoyed both the game and the music. And I want to do this again sometime. As in me doing the music. I mean, their music was good too. Yep, moderation. Okay. And just no raid. Well, no, we're the only ones streaming Sable anyways. Okay. Yeah, follow me if you want to find me again. All my VODs are on YouTube. Discord gets notifications and artwork. Goodbye. I'm gonna have to click the button now. Bye!